I don't think I can. Too emotional.
That's Bill Warren, tearing up when asked about the words on the sign outside his Warren Theaters and more. That structure among those hit by the EF5 tornado on Monday, but it's a structure that held up very well. Bill Warren was in town. We caught up with him talking with Moore Mayor Lewis. He said 150 to 200 people were inside that structure when it took a direct hit from the tornado, including about 50 employees, all safe and sound. He watched from Kansas, where he lives, on his internet security cameras. He spoke about the facility, he spoke about Moore, and he spoke about the future of Warren Theaters.
Today I had my architects and 3 structural engineers in town. They've gone through the building. Structurally, it's very, very sound. There's going to be $500,000 to $1 million worth of damage, but it's all on the exterior of the building. Other than a couple of water leaks, there's no damage on the interior. We do plan to open next Wednesday to the public, and the restoration on the outside is ongoing, and of course we're ordering signage and parts and so forth. So we feel very fortunate that the building's still standing.
Sir, how about your employees?
That's the most important part. The employees are fine. The customers were fine. I didn't realize this, but we received some emails where some of the folks were on I-35, saw the storm coming, pulled off, parked their car, and went into the Warren Theater and got shelter and were safe. And we've received a few emails thanking us for doing that and for helping them. I was in Wichita, but because of our security cameras, I was able to watch what was going on. We knew it was coming. We've always had tornado drills and everything, our standard practices, and we have weather radios and so forth. So our standard practice is that if we have a storm warning, we watch it, we monitor it. If it gets close, then we shut down the theater in terms of the movies, tell the crowd what's going on, have them get into the hallways, which is surrounded by concrete walls and a concrete ceiling in the hallways and so forth, until they're safe. And we did just that. And my vice presidents were in charge of talking to the managers and so forth. And I could see the storm coming on the security cameras. And then, of course, we saw some pretty dramatic stuff when it hit. And of course, finally the cameras went out because of the electricity, even with standby power. And there was so much debris that the camera lenses were covered up, and at that point we couldn't see anymore. And then the internet went dead, so we knew it had been hit. And we were able to, through the phones and so forth, cell phones, make sure everyone was safe. So it was scary, but our concern was the staff and the customers. And there's probably 150 to 200 people in the building at the time. I live in Kansas, so I'm familiar with tornadoes, obviously. I knew that very piece of property, the tornado in 1999, had gone through. And I mean, that had something to do with our decision to build the concrete walls. And keep in mind, it's not just the outside walls, but the inside walls that separate the auditoriums are concrete too. And so it's a very sound structure. And and it paid off.